Cliff, I'm looking at some colorful sweet potatoes. So tell me about what's on the table here.
Well, what we have is 3 different varieties. This one, I'm going to turn it around so you can see the roots. It's called Becca Purple.
That's beautiful.
And it's purple skin, purple flesh with a mottling of white in there.
Right.
Very, very sweet, very nutritious. It's loaded with antioxidants, and that's what a lot of people like because of its dark color. This next one, I'm going to turn this around so you can see the little potatoes on it.
Yes.
This one is called Carolina Ruby. Now, this is purple skin, orange flesh. And if you don't watch these, my good friend up in Warrenton, Virginia, planted some 2 years ago, and he topped out with one potato at 17 pounds.
Oh, my gracious.
The biggest I've ever seen. And you can see the small potatoes beginning to make on that right now.
We're over here, we don't.
And this is a purple skin, orange flesh. People probably wouldn't even buy it from the grocery store.
Because it's so
The grocery
unique.
store is used to what?
Yeah.
Orange skin, orange flesh for
Right.
the most part. And this one is O. Henry. This is a white flesh and white skin, or yellow, between white and yellow skin,
Right.
sweet potato. It'll mature in about 90 days. This one is 95, and this one is 95. So even now, with our frost being around the middle of October, we're close
Right.
to maybe not being able to make a good crop. But because we raise plants, we still have time to make a crop good enough to bed to make sweet potato plants.
Correct. And,
Yeah.
and Slade Farm is all about, I'll say, reproducing the plants to sell. It's not about growing the sweet potatoes and harvesting the potatoes and selling
That's
them.
correct. We harvest these, and for 2 weeks they have to be at 85 degrees and 85% relative humidity. And then after that, we lower everything down to 55 degrees. And at 55 degrees, a sweet potato plant will neither live nor deteriorate. So it'll stay for 2 years. But the following March, we're bedding
Okay.
sweet potato plants in these greenhouses. And starting about the 10th of May, we're shipping. These same plants here, we're shipping all over the continental United States. The reason we got into all of that was because of Miss Ira Wallace. I call her Mama Ira.
She's a wonderful
Because,
person.
you know, I met her years ago when I was doing my talks for Virginia Tech and Virginia State, and she was always a vendor, and she would say, Cliff, I could make you a lot of money, but you just need to go certified organic. I said, Ira, I'm not thinking about that stuff. So the next year we would be Groundhog Day all over again. And then finally I took the plunge. And we do the same thing with the elephant garlic as well as the sweet potatoes. But Ira is the one that is that helped me propel me to this level of success and to make 43560 a reality.
What a great mentor.
She is, yes, yes.
You've mentioned 43560. Explain your concept, please.
Okay, that's nothing but the number of square feet that there are in an acre. On my way up to Virginia State University one day, and I thought about it, I'm like, why come we can't do this? I'm going to strive to make $1 per square foot on an acre of land. And we did it right out there, right there, that same field. We did it there with cabbage, lettuce, bok choy, and some greens. And every time I punched a hole, the plant had to give me $1 back.
Interesting.
If it did not give me the potential for that, I didn't use it. Well, the cost of production on that was great. It was $10,000. So a lot of people didn't want to get into it.
Right.
As I gave my presentations, I would say, just do a quarter of an acre, then it only cost you $2,500.
Right, right.
So that's what we did. And we moved from there to the sweet potatoes and the elephant garlic that actually grosses me like $2, $3, $4
Phenomenal.
a square foot.
Yes.
So an acre of sweet potato plants at 43,560, an acre of elephant garlic at the 43,560, which we gross more than that.
Right.
And you subtract the $10,000 per acre cost of production, and we're still looking at about a $60,000 farming profit on 2 acres of land.
That's amazing. And then how did you get into farming?
This is all I know. I've been living on this farm all of my life, except for when I went to Virginia State to go to college and major in agriculture. And that's a story in itself. When I went to Virginia State, I majored in agriculture out of laziness.
Oh,
I thought that all I had to do, my dad had already taught me how to farm,
Right.
but he had a 7th grade education. So I said, well, he doesn't know all the fancy words. So I'm gonna go to Virginia State and learn the fancy words
Right, right.
to agriculture. Boy, was I mistaken with all the chemistry and the biology and all the other things that you had to take.
Soil science and everything
Soil
else.
science, but you know, I made it through. But at the time that I went to Virginia State was 1971. Vietnam was hot.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a choice, go into the military or finish my college education.
Yes.
So I chose to finish, and the only way I could do that is through ROTC.
It's a great program.
So in 1975, I graduated from ROTC with a degree in agriculture education and a commission into the United States Army.
And how did that experience in the military help with your farming?
It was immensely. I didn't know how much it was going to help me, but I didn't know at the time that I enjoyed serving in the military, serving my country, and enjoyed the leadership roles that I had being a commissioned officer. Those things gave me the confidence that I needed to live the rest of my life. I tell people all the time, I'm successful with what I do. My success rate is not good at all, okay? I'll try 10 things, and of the 10, only these 2 so far. I've tried rice, I've tried goats, hogs, some of everything. But these are the 2 things that I'm working with right now, and the next crop that we will try, or 2, will be cut flowers and also collard greens.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so we're gonna try those this fall under woven fabric. And the reason we're going with the woven fabric is because of the 2 ailments that I am blessed with. Let me put it that way.
You say blessed with.
Blessed
yes.
with, yes. My low vision, which is not where I want it to be, but because of the division of the blind and visually impaired, they're helping me with a whole lot of new tools that will help me see better.
That's fantastic.
And then agribility. They've helped me so much with my mobility, getting on and off tractors, plastic mats and the concrete and all those types of things. So as a community, we come together. It's helping me still practice my passion.
What is that modification for the tractor so that you can keep moving?
Yeah, it's it lowers the step down about another 7 to 8 inches. So now with the purpose of the grip handles and the lower step, I can get on and off the tractors here that I have on the farm a whole lot easier. Mm-hmm. But agribility has always been great with meeting not only my needs, but as far as I know, the needs of most farmers, because
yes.
I always refer people to them all the time. And the other thing is that we're talking about my vision situation. If we have woven fabric that we roll out into the field, the color contrast helps me see better the growth stage of the plants that I'm trying to grow, whether it's the sweet potatoes or the elephant garlic.
You've got
black
a direct
plastic.
contrast.
Yeah,
yes.
It's black plastic or white plastic. Agribility is also working with me on I call it a scooter seat.
Uh-huh.
A seat that I can sit on and be able to plant and do all of this work. And sometimes all it is, I need something that pull me up. Because when I roll this plastic out, and because I'm a hands-on type of guy, I want to take my bulb planter and plant my own garlic.
Right.
So I'll get right down on the ground
You're
and
a dirt gardener.
just roll
Yep.
around
Mm-hmm.
and plant my garlic or plant my sweet potatoes or whatever. And at the end of a 300-foot row, I've accomplished something.
This is great. And I'm just so pleased knowing that through Agribility, you're able to continue with your dream. And I want to thank you for having us.
Oh, you're welcome. Yes, indeed. And please, my father always used to tell folks this when I was growing up. Come back to see me. The farm gate hangs on welcome hinges.